Sit down, sit down.
Hey everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy and I am here with my husband Noel. Tonight's the night that we do story time. And I just realized our camera got really low, so I feel like I'm super tall. But we do story time where I read 2 stories. We don't sell anything, but the bin is full, so if you want to browse while you listen to the story, please feel free to do that. And we also encourage you to check out our website, which is zoestreasures.com. And at Zoe with an X. And with that, we're going to jump right into our very first story here. So let me go ahead and switch over to the other camera. All right. So our first story tonight is Simba's Big Secret. So this is from The Lion King. Simba and Nala were best friends. The lion cubs did just about everything together. They splashed in the water hole, snuck up on the bugs, and raced through the high grass. They liked to tell each other secrets, too. "I'm a little scared of mice," Nala told Simba one day. "Don't tell anybody." "Don't worry, I won't," Simba said. "I get scared of the dark sometimes." "Your secret is safe with me," said Nala. Simba smiled at her. "Thanks," he said. "You're a good friend." One day, Simba and his father Mufasa were out for a walk. "Look at that little mouse stuffing her cheeks with seeds," said Mufasa. "That's so funny," said Simba. "I don't know why Nala's scared of mice." "I remember when I was a cub, I was scared of mice too," Mufasa said with a chuckle. Nala was just on the other side of the hill chasing butterflies. She heard Simba talking with his dad, and she got really mad. Mufasa. Later, Nala went up to find Simba. "You promised not to tell my secret," she told him angrily. "And now your father knows, and he'll tell everybody, and they'll all laugh at me. That's the last time I'm going to trust you." "I'm sorry, Nala. Please don't stop trusting me," Simba pleaded. "I will never tell anyone else what you say. I promise." "Well," said Nala, "we'll see." Nala didn't stop playing with Simba, but she did stop telling him secrets. A few weeks later, Nala finally changed her mind. "I'm going to tell you a secret," she said to Simba, "but it's a really big one. If you tell this time, I'll be so mad at you, I won't be your friend anymore." "I promise I won't say anything," said Simba. "Okay," said Nala, "here's the secret. I found a huge cave yesterday down in the Red Cliffs, but I was with my mother, so I couldn't go in. I'm going back to explore it today." "Can I come with you?" Simba asked. "No, I want to go by myself," she replied as she walked away. "Maybe you can come some other day." Simba played all day without Nala. A little before dinner, he began to wonder when she was coming back. He's getting worried. Look at that. Nala's mother was worried. "Simba," she asked, "do you have any idea where Nala is? Did she mention anything to you about going somewhere new or different?" "No," he answered. He could not look her in the eye. It was the first time he had not told the grown-up the truth, but he made a promise to Nala and he didn't want to break it. The sun went down and the moon shone in the sky. Nala's mother paced back and forth. "Where can she be?" she kept asking. Simba wished he could tell her.
Oh, wow.
A couple of hours later, Nala still hadn't returned, and the whole pride was worried about her. Simba's mother went to her son. "Do you know where Nala is?" she asked. "I can't tell," said Simba. "It's a secret." "A secret? What kind of secret?" his mother asked. "A big secret. I can't tell no matter what," he cried, explaining how mad Nala had been when he told when he told Mufasa she was afraid of mice. "Simba," said his mother, "you're a good friend. Try not to tell Nala's secret, but there are some secrets that are good to keep and others that are important to tell." "Well, how do you know the difference?" asked Simba. "If you think about it," Sarambi applied, You will know it in your heart if something is a good secret or a bad secret. Nala could be in trouble.
That is true. Oh my. What happened?
Simba thought about what his mother had said. He decided that he had to tell everyone where Nala was. He pointed to the red cliffs. She's over there, Simba said, in a cave. Sarabi hugged her son. That was the right thing to do. Now let's go find Nala. The whole pride hurried across the grasslands. Nala, called her mother. Nala, Simba yelled. There was only silence. Nala, her mother called. Then at last, they heard a small voice. Mother? It was Nala.
Where was she? Where was she?
The lions rushed to where the voice had come from. It was the entrance to a cave, but it was almost completely blocked. A rock had trapped the little cub. The lions dug and dug, and they finally cleared the rocks away. Nala rushed out of the cave and ran to her mother. Nala, I was so worried about you, her mother cried. I'm sorry, Nala said. I was so scared. I'll never go anywhere without telling you again. A few minutes later, Simba walked over to his friend and he hung his head. I'm sorry I told your secret, Nala. Please don't be too mad at me. Why would I be mad at you, said Nala. If you hadn't said anything, I would still be trapped.
Yes, that's true. Oh my.
When they got home, it was time for bed. I'm so happy to be back, Nala exclaimed. Me too, said Simba, and that's not a secret. Nala smiled. She and Simba drifted off to sleep, dreaming of their next adventure together. Well, that was our first story, and that was a really exciting one. Coming up next, we're going to do one more story. This one, let's see, what's this one about? We're going to do a story about Lilo and Stitch, so that'll be fun. Please remember, if you're listening, if you're out there listening, we're not auctioning, but the bin is full if you want to browse. We do have book bundles in the bin, and please check out our website. While I get the next story set up, my husband will flash that on the screen for you.
Three, two, one.
Come check us out.
All
We
right,
have a
let's
great
go on
variety
with
of
the
vintage
story.
treasures, from home decor to that one.
There we go. All right, this one is Lilo and Stitch. Doggone it, Stitch. That is the name of our story. Let's see what Stitch is up to. Stitch, an alien who lived on Earth, was sitting in the living room waiting for his friend Lilo to come home from school. Just then, Lilo burst into the house carrying a puppy. Hi, Stitch, Lilo said excitedly. My neighbor Lalani asked me to take care of her puppy Rover while she visits her grandmother. Stitch wants to listen to music, Stitch said. Not now, Lilo answered. I have to take care of Rover. Stitch watched Lilo make a bed for Rover. He watched her scratch the dog's ears, rub his tummy. Stitch was bored. He wanted Lilo to play with him. Can we listen to music now? Stitch asked. I want to teach Rover some new tricks, Lilo said. She showed the puppy how to roll over. Then she threw him a ball and gave him treats. Lilo taught Rover tricks all afternoon while Stitch watched quietly. The dog learned to sit, to beg, and to stay. Way to go, Rover, Lilo said encouragingly. You're a good doggy, and she patted him on the head. Music now? Stitch asked again. Later, Lilo replied. Rover's hungry. That evening, Nani, Lilo's older sister, came home from work. She and Lilo watched Rover play tug-of-war with the kitchen rug. Oh, isn't it cute? Nani exclaimed. They laughed at everything Rover did. They didn't pay any attention to poor Stitch. Stitch went upstairs. He felt a little sad. Maybe if I act like a puppy, he thought, Lilo would play with me. He flopped on the bed and went to sleep. The next morning, Stitch tried to act like Rover. He hid Lilo's shoes and he chewed the kitchen rug. But that only made Lilo angry. You need a timeout, she told Stitch. Go to our room while I take Rover for a walk. Stitch waited until Lilo and Rover got home. Then he hurried outside and ran toward town. When Lilo and Rover came home, it was time for Lilo to go to her hula class. Lilo couldn't find Stitch anywhere. She wondered why he wasn't home. Stitch loved dancing the hula. I guess I'll have to go without him, Lilo thought. Look at Lilo going to dance the hula. Stitch wasn't home when Lilo returned. Lilo asked Nani and her friend David if they had seen him. Before they could answer, Cobra Bubbles called. He was a social worker Lilo and Nani knew. You need to hide Stitch, Cobra told Lilo. 2 scientists from the Center for the Study of Aliens are looking for him. They want to take him to their laboratory. But I don't know where Stitch is, Lilo exclaimed. He's gone. Well, I suggest you find him before the scientists do, Cobra replied. Lilo and Nani went to town to look for Stitch. David drove to the beach to search. Stitch has been acting weird all day, Lilo told Nani. His badness level was way up. He hid my shoes and he chewed on the rug. He acted just like Rover. Suddenly, Lilo knew where Stitch had gone. Stitch probably thought I liked Rover better because he's a puppy. I bet Stitch went to the animal shelter to watch the puppies. She grabbed Nani's hand and pulled her towards the shelter. When Lilo and Nani arrived, Stitch was there. Stitch learning to be cute like Puppy, he exclaimed when he saw them. So Lilo liked him again. Stitch, I like you just the way you are, Lilo answered. Now let's go home. But when they started to leave, they saw the 2 scientists coming towards them. Nani, Lilo cried, we've got to do something.
Oh no, what happened next?
Nani spotted 2 dust mops in the shelter closet. She tied the mops onto Stitch so he looked like a long-haired puppy. Lilo put a leash on Stitch and they walked slowly out of the shelter right past the scientist. The scientist watched Stitch suspiciously. Just then, Cobra Bubbles and David drove up. Hey, scientist, David called. We just saw an alien heading out to sea. You better hurry if you want to catch it. Hop in and we'll take you there. The scientist jumped into the car and Cobra Bubbles and David sped off. Stitch was safe.
Oh wow, that was close.
Lilo, Nani, and Stitch went home where Rover was waiting patiently. Stitch went over to the dog and pointed to his paw. Stitch show you how to shake your paw, the alien said. Lilo smiled. She was happy Stitch wanted to make friends with Rover, but now it was time for the puppy to go home. A few minutes later, David returned. Cobra said the scientists are heading out to sea to look for Stitch. He's safe for now. And look what I found at the beach, he added. He lifted a kitten out of a bag and set her on the floor. The kitten began to explore the room. After a few minutes, David left to go to work.
So cute, wow.
How cute, Lilo said. Stitch watched everyone play with the kitten. Then the kitten spotted the alien and ran to him. Stitch scooped her up and gave her a big hug. The kitten was soft and cuddly, and she began to purr. And there we have Stitch and the little kitten. Stitch found some string and began to play with the kitten. She darted this way and that, trying to grab the end as Stitch moved it around. Then the alien took the kitten outside. Stitch teach you tricks now, he said. He taught the kitten to come when he called and to stay in one spot. Lilo watched from the window. Stitch is really good at having a pet, she said. Nani glanced outside. Yeah, he seems happy, she remarked. After a while, it was time to eat. Dinner, Lilo called. Instead of racing to the table as he usually did, Stitch got some food and fed the kitten first. Then he sat down and ate with Lilo and Nani. After dinner, Stitch played with the kitten some more, but the kitten had had a long day. She soon climbed into Stitch's lap and fell asleep.
Ooh yeah, it's getting late.
Lilo and Nani went into the kitchen to frost a cake that Nani had made earlier. A few minutes later, Stitch joined them. Can Stitch keep the kitten, he asked. I think the kitten has already adopted you, Nani replied. You're her family now. The cake says Ohana, Stitch, Lilo said, and you know what that means. Stitch nodded. Ohana means family, and that means nobody gets left behind. Nani smiled. Now let's eat some cake and go to bed. Tomorrow we have to show the kitten her new neighborhood. And that wraps up our 2 stories for story time tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening. Please come back Friday night at 6:30, 6 o'clock. I have the show. It's up there. If you click on my name, you'll see the shows. Friday night, we are doing our book auction, and it is all children's books. We do specialize in doing book bundles that are pre-made bundles. So hope to see you on Friday. And with that, have a great rest of your week. Thank you.
Three, two, one.
Zoe's Treasures has officially launched. Come check us out. They have a great variety of vintage treasures. From home decor to that one-of-a-kind gift for that special occasion. Check out our unique catalog, where you will find selected vintage and amazing items. www.zoetreasures.com. Yes, that is Zoe with an X.
Honey, what are you doing?
Nothing?